Hey guys, so I'm working on Ugly People 4 and I'm doing the thumbnails for it. And the way I write my stories is I tend to think of the words and the pictures as being one thing. I don't really separate them. So my scripts are just like the thumbnail versions of the story. You see, I usually just write, notes on what's going on, and then I kind of sketch what I think it's going to be. And it's really rough, and I write out the dialogue, but I can still, you can still pretty much kind of tell, who the characters are. Plus, I know in my head who they are. Like, this figure's obviously Big Daddy Bacon, but these two figures here, I didn't really put any work into it at all, but I know who they're going to be. So it doesn't really matter. And then I made notes on here because these two panels right here I don't like at all. And then when I did this panel here, it sort of made me realize how I should do these two panels. So I'll probably go through, after I do this initially, this is like me writing the story, I'll go through it again and then kind of re thumbnail it out and kind of clean up some of the shots a little bit with like where the lyrics go, or not the lyrics, but where the dialogue goes and stuff. And then some of the dialogue I'll change too. Like you can see, sometimes I write stuff and it takes, like to do this one page, it took me like 20 minutes to thumbnail this out because I'm writing it and thumbnailing it, so I have to think about what happens next. So a lot of times I'll write something where a character's like, "Look, what's that up there?" And then like the next panel won't come to me for like 5 minutes, and then in the next panel someone will be like, "Look, it's right up there." And in my mind there was like a huge 20-minute gap between the two panels, but when you're actually reading it, it takes 1 second. So I have to go back and sort of re-dialogue it. And then the thing about writing it this way though is sometimes, hold on, I got papers all over my desk now, they're gonna fall. Sometimes I'll write like an entire page out and then not like it. Like this was a page that was really super wordy, where basically Big Daddy Bacon is explaining something to Johnny, and this is him. Like I would have had a picture of him, and this all would have been his exposition. And then the characters are talking, but it was like Big Daddy Bacon talking for them, so it's what he thinks they would have said. And it overall, it's not very funny. It's not really something I wanted to go with, and I realized there was just way too much exposition. Like he's literally explaining everything here, and then the characters have to keep explaining stuff even after that. And this is like every panel is like that, where they're just like endlessly explaining stuff. So it has its good things and its bad things, but I'm not really a guy who can sit down at the computer and like write out the script. Like I don't even have like a plot. I have no idea how the story is going to end. Usually when I write stories, I just like come up with, oh, the idea of this story is like they go to a summer camp, and that was it. That's what I came up with. Big Daddy Bacon, Johnny Jawbreaker are counselors at a summer camp to make money. They're trying to make extra cash, and then I just started drawing it. So there you go.